And that one didn't take, that was a big procedure, the bone setter.
Do you remember it being done?
Oh, I do. I was part of it several times, like, because here in the bun, and especially in the winter time, when the grass gets scarce and the cattle start going into very rough places, and their leg would go down or the scalp. And if there's any sudden jerk or anything at all, that snap it, because you get cut below, you get cut at the root chain below. Johnny Mack in Mourne Island was the great man. Now he was the original bone setter here around for cattle. And to prepare for that, do you want to know how to prepare for it?
Everything you need.
You have to get a hessian bag or canvas bag and cut it in strips about 4 inches wide and roll it up. 4 or 5 of those, or maybe 6, depending on the size of the base that you have to do. And you have to get, first of all, the old white flour bags. That's what I saw before the white geese came in. The old white, the
yes.
sunlight flour. No,
they were multi-purpose.
Yeah, they were. If there was a wound there, you put that on first, and you get comfrey, and you grind up the comfrey. And some people just put sugar through the comfrey, but we used to. You grind it up and put a good dab of it into the wound. And put the white bandage around it first. And then you'd have to get...
From the flour bag, made from the flour bag.
Made from the flour bag. And then you'd have to get pitch and tar. And with a little pot here, a little small pot about maybe the quart size. And you'd have pitch and that'd do for the year. And then you'd have pitch and tar, and you'd have to get lets. And you'd have to make 2 fashgons then, you see, one bigger than the other. And the one on top would be... When you were putting on the bandage, first of all, before it was the first gone, you'd have to have the lat in that. You'd have to have a bit of timber to put on the tar to stick it like glue. You'd have to stick the tar. You needn't put it all the way around, but you put it here and there, and to stick the bandages the way that that's solidify. And when you'd have that done, you'd put on 4 lats, front and back, and 2 on the side. And put your fashgons over that. Then the fashgons would be round rings of yarn, the old red rope, the old red yarn, and you'd measure the base to see, and you'd leave about an inch as well. When the circumference, you'd leave an inch for squeezing. And when you'd have the 4 lets on it, around in each side, 2 on the back and 2 on the front, and 2 on the sides, you'd put up the first ring and they put up the 2 rings, and you'll get 2 straight sticks, like the behaviour sticks here around, and you put a little notch in them that you put into you would give them a half turn each, and you have it well tightened. Now, you're tied up, then again you tie the 2 sticks together with a bit of a rope, with a bit of cord. When all that was being done, you'd have to have a couple of people. First of all, you'd have to have someone holding the leg in position, and get the bone set right, to get the bone in the proper position. And another 2 or 3 more, keeping the beast quiet, because other than that, if you had to put in the leg, you ruin the whole thing. But if there was a swelling in the leg, then in a few days' time, you'd come and you'd give another half turn to the two sticks that were tying it. And that'd keep it squeezed. But when the plaster of Paris came in, then it was grand. Just hit the leg. But if the leg was swollen when you were sitting with plaster of Paris, and with the swelling to go down, you were in trouble. You'd have to break the plaster of Paris and put a fresh one on. So the old method was a lot better, because all you had to do was to loosen the 2 sticks, give another half turn, and you were away with it.
And would that take long then?
You leave it on for maybe 4 or 5 weeks. But I suppose it would be the same, or maybe 6 weeks.
As a human?
Yeah, as a human, yeah.
Yeah.
Until the bone is set.